Hello YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharida and welcome. And in today's video, we are going to get into my top recommendations for winter fragrances. I know I'm a little late, behind the 8 ball. It's been quite a 2024 for me already right out the gate. So I'm just getting around to this, but I would love to thank you for your patience because it's going to be well worth it, all right? So without further ado, let's just jump right into my list. All right, so this first one, I only have a travel size of it, and honestly, it was one that I kind of looked at the notes and I didn't know if I would jive with it just because the base notes had a lot of things that definitely give me cause for pause, okay? So I received this Mind Games floral collection with some travel sizes through Avant Guard. So I want to thank them for gifting me this. But y'all, when I tell you this set, I mean, I found a couple of loves that will be full bottles, okay? And this first one that I want to get into, she's super sexy, you guys. Rey Lopez. I know Creed launched Carmina, you know, this fall, and here we are again with some more rose and cherry, but this thing has to be the most sexiest cherry rose leather combination I've ever put my nose on. So this smells so luxurious. So this one opens with black tea, black pepper, and cherry. Right off the bat, we smell phenomenal. And this cherry is very dark. It's very dark and it's a little sour. You can liken it a little bit to the cherry in Creed's Carmina, but this one is just a little bit more tart to me. But there is a sweetness to it. So in the mid, you have Divana. So you have this green, gorgeous green component. Very make or break note for a lot of people, but I love it. And you have some rose, dark rum, and it's rounded off with patchouli. Done well, because I don't smell this and I'm not off put at all. Leather and oak wood. So the base, it definitely feels like it's going to give you something overly masculine, but fear not, this I feel like is very unisex. I think a man would smell phenomenal in this, and women absolutely, okay? So this is like that ultimate quintessential winter date night fragrance. And wow, Mind Games, I'm telling you, they never cease to amaze me. Whenever I can get my nose on more of them, I do, because the quality is there, you guys. Now, I haven't given this a full wear, so I can't tell you what the longevity would be like long term. I had only done a little testing on my skin at home. But given this note structure, I would think that you're going to at least get 8 hours out of this. Very strong note structure. It smells so intoxicating and beautiful, and one you must check out. Again, this one is Rey Lopez, and this is from the house of Mind Games. All right, next up, you guys, I'm about to hit you with a combo that's gonna blow your socks off, all right? So recently, we know that Navitus launched Baklava Royale in collaboration with Gabby Loves Perfumes. Phenomenal fragrance, okay? This one is inspired by the dessert baklava, which is one of my favorite desserts. But as we know, baklava can get really sweet, almost too sweet for some, just depending on how it's made. Now, when I went to Turkey, I had some of the best baklava I had ever had in my life. And I found that it's like just super dripping in honey like it is here in the States. So I don't know what it was with that, but let me tell you how you're going to smell like a literal piece of baklava when you wear this, because though it's inspired by the dessert, you've got the almond, the pistachio, you know, the honey, the sweet, the delicious, balanced with, you know, this amberwood, it does not smell like identical to baklava dessert to me. To take it there, if that is your goal, Bianco latte to the rescue. Also more honey. This has this creamy component to it. It's vanillic. It is just heaven. I'm telling you, when you put these on together, your mind is just going to be blown. I mean, just prepare to lose your head, because this will have you smelling like a full-on gourmand dessert for 10 plus hours. Performs. Okay, we know this performs, and it's a loud beast. So when you layer these together, put on your Bianco latte first, top it off with the Baklava Royale, and get your whole gourmand life. I'm telling you, this is gonna be a combination for the winter for me. Beautiful fragrances, but together, layered, phenomenal, phenomenal combo. All right, so this next one is newer to my collection and also sent over to me complimentary from Avant Guard. It actually came over along with the Mind Game set. So this is one I actually requested. This is SISSA. Now, when I talked about some of my other Mind Game fragrances, I feel like I want to say it was a male subscriber that told me to get my notes on this. I can't remember, it's been so long, but I looked at the notes and I'm definitely having a sesame moment. Ever since EP6 sent over that that sesame tonka, I've been on a sesame kick. SISSA is, I'm telling you, literally sesame gold. If you love the note of sesame, just buy it. Just get it, okay? If you are by a like a Neiman's or whoever carries Mind Games, I can't remember which of the retailers, stop in and try this one, because this puts me in the mindset of the sesame tonka, but this one is even more elevated and luxurious and well-rounded and smooth and opulent and just it. Okay, this is an it fragrance. So let me tell you the notes in SISSA. So SISSA opens with notes of ambrette seed. You have, of course, the sesame seed, and you have coumarin. So you can really smell the coumarin in here. It comes off as a little tonka beanish. You also have tonka bean roasted in the mid. You also have the milk accord and jasmine sambac. Then in the base, you have Assistus labdanum, you have vanilla Madagascar, and musk. So when I tell you, this is giving you like this very milky sesame. It almost smells like a dessert, but not quite. But you definitely smell edible. This is very much so, has an edible quality to it. Vanilla, musk, tonka bean. Oh my God, just sample it. That's all I gotta say, because this will have you feeling yourself like to the 10th power. It is beautiful, and if you love sesame, tonka bean, you know, milky fragrances with some sweetness to it, then this one is one I highly recommend you check out. This one again is SISSA, and this is from Mind Games. Remember, you can always save 10% on Mind Games when you shop direct and use my discount code. Check the description box below for any details. Speaking of milky, we have a new release, another new release. Like, Navitus has been just killing our pockets, okay? This is Lost in a Dream, and this is done in collaboration with my gorgeous YouTube sister, Paulina Shar. You guys, Lost in a Dream is yet another phenomenal release from the house, and let me tell you why. So, Milk by Commodity is going to be the first fragrance that puts you in the, I already sprayed some earlier, I'm gonna spray some more. It puts you in the mindset of Milk by Commodity. I had the expressive version. I decluttered that because I found that though it smells good, it was hard for me to wear because it really did get to this level of cloying. Something was annoying about the full body wearing experience for that perfume. But this one is perfection. I feel like if you love that fragrance, or maybe if you did not like Milk and there was just some tweaks that you would love to make too, I think that you would absolutely enjoy the way this one smells, because it is, I feel like, more refined. It's not cloying. Though it is sweet, it's gourmand, it's quite complex. So Lost in a Dream is a gorgeous, sweet, woody, vanillic fragrance with a lactonic quality to it. You do have the marshmallow, you have a croissant note, which I get just a hint of as it starts to warm up on my skin. But you also have fig, you have coffee, you have amberwood, you have almond, cinnamon, orange, you have I think some sandalwood, musk, it's balmy, it's tonka bean. It's a lot of things. It's a lot of things, but she tapped Mr. Bertrand Duchefort to do the damn thing, and that is exactly what he did. This fragrance, like I said, is just so easy to wear for me. compared to the one that I talked about previously. This is just a gorgeous fragrance, and I really think that if you love lactonic fragrances, if you love it sweet but not overly sweet with some gorgeous complexities to it, you will probably vibe with this one. Sweet, woody, lactonic vanilla. Gorgeous. Lost in a Dream, again done in collaboration with Paulina Shar and Navitus. So this next one, you guys, it definitely took the internet by storm right off the bat, and I had to wait for it to come back in stock, but it is, I think, current day at filming, it's in stock at Lucky Scent. This is Gourmand, and this is my third Josette perfume, but this one, I can't even complain about the performance. The other two, they are vanilla fragrances, and I feel like the performance was just kind of lacking for me. This one lasts, you guys. You will get your good 8 hours plus out of Le Gourmand for, I feel like, your average wear. If you spray your skin and clothes, you're going to smell this throughout the day. Now this one, it instantly put me in the mindset of my love We Plus, which is by KHAMRAH Perfumes. But this one, they're similar, but this one has some differences. This one, I feel like it's not as sweet. This one is still sweet though, for sure. You really are getting like this hazelnut spread vibe with the toast. And it's like a dryness to this one that I feel like We Plus, that's where they differ. This is drier. I feel like this lasts a long time, and it is just something very cozy about the way this fragrance comes off. So it has notes of butter, toast, salt. Then you have a middle note of cookie dough, and you have hazelnut accord spread in the base with some hazelnut. So again, you want to smell like a delicious Nutella spread. I would say balanced with that toast. Like I said, it's got a drier thing going on. I don't necessarily get cookie dough, but you're gonna smell like a hodgepodge of dessert, primarily a hazelnut spread. That is like Ferrero Rocher. Where are you? You want to smell like that? That is what this is giving, and it is giving. If you're a chocolate lover, if you're a gourmand lover, trust me, the hype is real and you need it. All right, this one again, Le Gourmand by Josette Perfumes. This next one is from the house of Winter Perfumes. Okay, this is caramel pop, and when I tell you the pops are popping, you guys, I have 3 caramel like toffee type popcorn scents in my collection now. We'll get to another one in a later video, but instant love, obsession, blown away by this one now. So if you are new here, I am obsessed with What About Pop by the house of Oud. However, when this one came into my world, I was equally as impressed. Though they are both like those caramel popcorn scents, they are different, okay? So of course you're gonna have some similarities. It has a popcorn note. It has the caramel, but this really gives me more of a less floral version, and it really consistently smells like caramel popcorn. Whereas I feel like What About Pop, you kind of got that in the opening, and it turns into more of a caramel, floral, woody, like mahogany wood type of scent, which I love. Caramel Pop has opening notes of popcorn and bergamot. Now, you don't get much bergamot, and I feel like when you see that sometimes in a lot of perfumes, it is just there to balance things out, to make sure it doesn't get too over the top with the gourmandiness. It just balances it. You don't get anything super citrusy upon the opening. Now the mid is chestnut, caramel, and orchid, and that chestnut definitely gives it a little bit more of a different vibe, but it doesn't come off as something overly nutty or like this super prominent chestnut vibe like you would get in Masque Milano's Madeline or This Is Her by Zadig and Voltaire. Not going to be quite that level of chestnut. The chestnuts, I mean, you would probably have to tell me it was in there. You know, it is something additional going on besides like just caramel and popcorn, but they're just giving it a beautiful layer of complexity. You also have a floral component to this that helps to give it some life and make it smell like a perfume, and that is the note of orchid, and it is rounded off by a Virginian cedar. You have some benzoin and vanilla. So if your goal is to smell like an irresistible treat, a bag of delicious caramel popcorn, then this one is definitely one that you need to get on your radar. Now, Viva Ma Parfums, you guys, they're already lower priced than Navitus. So this is a sister company to Navitus, but prices are even lower, and you get to save not 10 but 20% when you use my discount code when you shop with Viva More. So save on this beautiful new release, because if you're a gourmand girly, if you love caramel, okay, you need it. All right, so this next one is a newer one to my collection, and this one is, again, of course, for the gourmand lovers. Like, we haven't talked about gourmands enough, but this is just the time to give them the wares, you guys. It's winter, so we're gonna have a lot of gourmands on the list. So this is Sugar Kisses, and this is the Extrait de Parfum. This is from the house of Lorenzo Pizzaglia, and this is absolutely delicious. Now, because I have only worn this maybe a couple times, let me know if it's just me, because I have some sinus issues going on right now. What is the performance like for you? For me, I'm not getting good performance out of this, but I just want to know, like, is it just me? Do I need to clean my nostrils out? What? Because I feel like after like the 3-hour mark, I don't really smell much. It's a skin scent, but it smells great. It smells phenomenal. So it opens with cocoa butter, milk, heliotrope, frangipani, orange peel. Then you have a delicious mid of vanilla, coconut, chocolate, hazelnut, dates, tonka, and cacao blossom. And it's rounded off with caramel, toffee, vanilla bean, brown sugar, white musk, benzoin, and rum. When I tell you, it's got a lot of notes, and it smells divine. It smells delicious. I hope, just because this is new, maybe that's why I'm not getting the best performance. I hope that it gets stronger over time. But I just think that the smell of this is so good, you guys. It is so good. And honestly, what I get the most of, you get a little bit of chocolate for sure. You get lots of vanilla, lots of that caramel toffee vibe, brown sugar, rum, you know. It's a little milky for sure. Very much so electronic presence, but it's delectable. So if you're trying to smell delectable, like if that is your vibe, that's your goal, then this is it. Maybe one that's not super loud, but you know, that's what we need sometimes. We want to wear a gourmand to work. We don't want everyone to smell us. Fragrances like this, where you kind of want it for your own self, your scent bubble, that is where this comes in it, and I think definitely has a place in my collection. All right, so next up on the list is actually going to be a budget-friendly option, and this is the spinoff from LATTE to the original KHAMRAH. This is KHAMRAH Kawa, and this fragrance, you guys, is so delicious. If you love the experience of the first one, you will vibe with this one. There are some differences, but I don't think you necessarily need both. However, if you did not vibe with the first one because you found it just a little bit too spicy, you found the Akigala wood to be just a little bit too much, too woody, or maybe leaning a little masculine for your taste, or maybe the first one was too sweet, check out this one, because I feel like those are the changes that they have made for this particular version of the fragrance. So this is still very warm, spicy, it's very sweet, it's very heavy on the vanilla, but you also have a very irresistible coffee component to it. I don't know about you, but I love a good coffee or cappuccino moment in a fragrance. You have middle notes of white flowers, you have some candied fruits and praline, and it's rounded off by a base of coffee, vanilla, tonka bean, benzoin, and musk. So won't break the bank. You're talking about smelling great for a long period of time with some great projection for under 50 bucks. Okay, it does not get any better than that. And this is KHAMRAH, and this KHAMRAH Kawa compliment magnets. Okay, compliment magnets, because I feel like this just kind of smells unique. I mean, with the bottles, you can't but to compare it to an Angel Share, but they smell very different, you guys. Maybe the cinnamon is what they have in common. I don't know. But definitely a wonderful perfume in its own right, and one I will definitely be enjoying a lot of this winter. Again, this one is KHAMRAH Kawa by the House of LATTE. All right, you guys, and last but not least on the list, I had to put a gorgeous vanilla on here, and so we have one. All right, so this is Vanille Planifolia, and this is an Extrait 21. This is from the House of Gourmand, and this house just does vanilla in a way that I just can't even really put into words. That is how beautiful their vanilla fragrances smell, and this is like the queen of their vanillas. I mean, to me, this is a gorgeously done vanilla. It is simple in note structure. It is not going to be as complex per se as like your Angelique Noir. But there is just something very beautiful, ambery, cozy, opulent, about the way this comes off. And when you actually wear it and you smell this wafting around in the air and you smell your skin, it definitely is one of those fragrances where you just kind of have to stop and take it in and just, damn, I smell good. Like it is that. It is that type of scent. So the notes in this fragrance are vanilla, you have spices, papanox, amber, and musk. Very simple, but that is literally what you are getting. You are getting some resinous qualities. You're getting that amber. You're getting a very sweet, gorgeously done vanilla. And you've got a little bit of musk just rounding it out. The spices, they will remind you of the spices in Spiritueuse Double Vanille. Not saying they're alike or that they smell just alike, but I feel like out of the range, that this one is going to be as close to Spiritueuse if you want a comparison, if you want to know what to expect. Because I would imagine it's hard to get samples of this. So if you're thinking about blind buying it, if Spiritueuse did not quite work for you, because maybe you didn't like the incense in that one, but you liked everything else, then you may like this one. Okay, so it doesn't have that incensey quality at all to me. That's not listed in the notes. So yeah, I think it's a sweet, gorgeous, opulent vanilla that's not overly sweet, and it's simple, but it is phenomenal. Okay, so again, this one is Vanille Planifolia Extrait 21 by Guerlain. All right, you guys, so that is it. That is our list of phenomenal winter fragrances. What do y'all think? All right, 2024, we are here. Crazy start for 2024 out the gate for me, but I do plan to still make this the best year of my life. And I hope that you all enjoyed these picks for this year's winter video. So drop me a comment below. Let me know some of the ones that you have or that you have tried or that you want to try, because I'm always very curious to know, what is on your radar and what you already have in your collection. So drop me a comment below and let me know. Also, be sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Be sure notification bell is turned on and set to all. And last but not least, make sure you give the video a big thumbs up as it helps the channel to grow. It has been real. I love you all, YouTube, and I will catch you guys on the next one.